Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to another episode of Fitness with Bama Mobs, and we are getting after it. I know a lot of you are interested in my body weight, so we'll just say we're at 210 pounds. We're just sort of hanging on there, and we'll just see what happens as the week goes. All right, let's get right on into it. Yesterday, I did a 1 hour walk, and I've said on other videos, there's days that you really just don't really feel into it for whatever reason. I'd taken one full day off. Then the day before that, all I did was walk. And yesterday, all I did was walk. And so then today, it just shows you how quickly your habits can change. Right now, it's 10:40 in the morning. As you know, I always like to get this thing started at 9:30. Then maybe take a nap later into the day. But now, excuse me, a little purpose up there. I don't know what happened. I mean, it's just one of those things. I sort of lay in the bed this morning and started thinking, hey, I feel light. I think I'll just adjust my diet today. I mean, I'll just eat much less, which will offset whatever I would expend at the workout. And weight-wise, I should be okay. So I sort of justified it like that. And then as it rolled around to about 10 o'clock, I remember I was looking, it's 10:06. And I'm thinking, wait a second. I'm not even asleep. I'm awake. I'm making excuses, and I'm wasting time. So don't fall in that trap. And what do I have to do now? Well, you have to get up. You're going to alter the schedule. And yeah, if I'm got an extra hour of sleep, I surely don't need a nap later. So there you go. As you get older, you get selfish about that sleep. Yeah, you say, oh man, I want to sleep, man. Grab that pillow, snuggle up to it, take it easy. What is that? You don't see that every day. Or maybe you do if you live by an airport like I do. Did I even catch the airplane on the video? Well, so that's what we're doing today. I mean, it's a better day here in Alabama. Over the weekend, we had straight line winds up to 60 miles per hour. Knocked out my power for about 6 to 8 hours. There's some people that didn't get power for 48 hours. Spectrum went out. That was a little bit longer for me. I think it's a full 24 hours before I got my Spectrum cable TV back. That's essential for us down here in the South. Got to have that cable TV, man. Got to have your Netflix, your Disney, your Paramount, Max, Peacock, all that stuff. So that's what happened today. It's just sort of feeling a lazy day, which I shouldn't be. Because the other part of this equation is that it is time to do legs. My legs have fully recovered from the last workout. So after the 1 hour walk here, we're going up there to the gym. And we're going to get in. I've already got it planned out. Leg extensions, leg curls, hat squat. I want to let y'all check this out, man. The guys like doing a curve here. Check that out. Yeah, he just did a hard bank. He's having some fun up there today, guys. He said the sun's out, man. We flying today. Got his landing gear down. Yeah, the county airport's just like over there about 5 or 6 miles. Where I'm walking at now, this is the old airport. As evidenced by there's no airplanes. And people just come here and walk their pets, and they'll have the fair out here. All the county services are out here. 911's out here. So it's a big open space. Heck, the Little League football practice field's out here. So it's a nice use of space. Appreciate the county letting us walk out here. All right, so what's the way forward for this week? All right, so yesterday was the first day of work. Tomorrow, I have to take my wife back to the skin doctor. Have a slight procedure done. And then the rest of the week, there's really nothing on tap. You'll sort of find that as you get past 50, or as soon as your kids get out of the house, is that all the hustle and bustle and, hey, we got to go be ready for this, we got to go to that, and need money for this, need money for that. All that goes away. So then you find yourself having, extra money. And it's almost like you're in your 20s again with your spouse. You say, hey, let's just go here. Just spontaneous. You'll be in downtown eating a sandwich, and you'll say, you know what? Let's go down to the beach. But it's not like in the old days where you're going on vacation and you're packing up all this stuff and you're going to be there for 6 nights. You're just going for a couple of nights. Come back home, rest for a couple of days. And you'll say, hey, they're having this event at the Peabody in Memphis. Hey, let's go. Boom, 3 hours. Go check it out. Back at the house. I want to talk about vacations for a second here. I guess this sort of helps me plan it out. Now, we do enjoy taking these short trips because, we usually go between Monday and Thursday when the hotel rates are lower. Another sign that you're getting old. You're looking for those Monday, Tuesday rates instead of just paying on the weekend because that's the only time you can go. So now I'm looking for a bigger trip coming up, probably November, December time frame. My wife and I, we do like nature, seeing animals, especially aquatic life. And we have never been to Hawaii. Used to in the old days. I mean, Hawaii was the place to go. It was like if a kid said, hey, we went to Hawaii this summer. A, you knew they were rich. B, you knew they were rich. But Hawaii's not like that anymore. I mean, it's not like, hey, let's go to Hawaii. It's always like, hey, let's go to Costa Rica, Belize. We're going to Europe for a week and a half. But still, Hawaii is a super destination. Just coming from this side of the United States, it does take a little bit longer. But I think it'd be obviously a cool trip. But what that means is that today is the month of June. So I have a payday coming up. So you know what that means. So that means like what? How many months I got to save? June, July, August, September, October, and then use the November paycheck. So that's 6 months of savings, which should be enough. Comment down below if you think I've lost my mind. So I'm expecting for what we want to do is we have a strong 5 days in Hawaii. Which island to go to. That's going to be the hard part, which will probably end up going back to Hawaii to a different section. But really want to see whales, sea turtles, that type of aquatic life. Probably take a boat, to go out on a tour. Now, I've read up on this a little bit previously, so I know the summer's not the time to see whales. If you're going to see whales, you need to be in that winter time frame, and actually preferably January is the time frame you'll be looking at. So we may even move it back a month to December. So that would be an idea. No, move that baby back to December and then go out to Hawaii, which may be a better option. Yes, everything's expensive in Hawaii, but it's on an island, man. You know, it takes fuel and stuff to get all the supplies out there. So I think that was going to start being the goal. I mean, if he was able to save $1,000 a month, that'd be $6,000. That might be just enough to get out there. Hotel rates might be okay. So we'll just see how that goes. Another vacation option. Not necessarily a big, giant one like I just described, but Las Vegas. Never been there. I hear people on YouTube talking all the time that, you know, if you went to Vegas in the past, I mean, especially if you're in the West United States, it was like the cheap vacation to go to. Hotels are cheap. There were no fees. You know, of course, you gamble, lose your money that way. But now, from what I hear on YouTube, all the hotels out there are just like money hungry. Mandatory $50 parking per day if you take your car, which most people wouldn't take it anyway. So you're spending money on Ubers and Lyfts. Resort fees, which now really is common practice. You know, 40 or 50 bucks on top of your hotel room, which I wish they just included. I mean, just include it. Which a lot of websites now, especially on Marriott, you can click a button there and it includes all the fees and the hotel price. So you already know what the price is at the end. There's no surprises. They say food's going up. Even wagering is going up. A few weeks ago, I was in Memphis. Went over to West Memphis to the casino. I was able to find one slot that was quarters. Everything else was above that denomination. But what got me was roulette. I mean, again, this is 30 years ago, but I was paying like somewhere between $2 and $5 per play in roulette. And there, the minimum was like 15 bucks. Blackjack, minimum, 25 bucks. So you play a hand, you don't win, you're like, well, I'm at 25 bucks. You know? Now, if you win, I guess you got 50 bucks. I guess that's how it works. It's just keep playing 25, and then you get greedy and say, I don't put down the whole 150 that I won. I guess that's the mind game of that. But yeah, Las Vegas, they have super pools, super music. The food's great. But if you live in Las Vegas, or if you're someone who visits there frequently, you know, just leave me a comment down below. How's that going to be? Now, finally, vacation. I want to bring up the panhandle of Florida, which includes Destin, Panama City Beach, Navarre Beach, the mysterious 30A section, which is like Santa Rosa Beach. You know, for the past 3 to 4 summers, and I don't know what the weather shift is. I'm not a meteorologist. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. But the facts are, if you go down there, you cannot swim in the ocean. Because between the months of June to August, it is always a double red flag with horrendous riptides. At least 5 people die per summer. Very unfortunate. There's a guy that died just a couple of days ago because his son got caught in a riptide. He's trying to save his son, and he drowned. I just don't understand it. But the weather is horrendous down there. Now, the thunderstorms, that's no big deal. I mean, that's just life in Florida. I mean, it's like here in Alabama. I mean, we're getting that type of pattern now. I'll go into our pattern here in a second. But yeah, I just don't get it. So for me, you know, if you're planning like a Florida vacation, you want to be looking at like Siesta Key, Miami Beach, you know, the Keys, you know, something like that. Now, if you're going to the beach, yeah, it needs to be Siesta Key or Miami Beach, because we know not much beaches in the Keys themselves. A lot of aquatic activities, just not the beach deal. But yeah, we went to Panama City for my entire adult life. And that was always a 1 weeker vacation. But over the years, you know, the city's changed. And it's just not exciting, for lack of a better word. I think, yeah, Spinnaker's nightclub got tore down a few years ago. Club La Vila has been empty, coming up a decade. The building's still there, just no one's tore it down yet, or the guy hasn't sold out. Now, all the restaurants are still cool in Panama City Beach. But really, now, you know, if you're a family, you know, it's really a waste of money, because those prime time vacation months of June and July, just the water's just too violent down there. It's just the way it is. Now, any other month of the year, I mean, that place would be calm like glass. I think we went in February of this year, March, and it was super. Heck, we even got to see two right whales, which are on the extinction list. When I say right, R-I-G-H-T, it was like just two of them. And I saw them cresting away from the beach. And it was all over the news. I mean, all up and down the coast. I mean, they went from Pensacola all the way into the Big Bend. That was cool to see. So I ain't saying you can't go to Panama City Beach or Panhandle. I'm just saying, if it's June or July, you best be very aware of the riptide and wave situation. I mean, one time I went there, I thought it was like a surfer's beach. I mean, the waves were like 6 foot. I was like, man, what the heck's going on? All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap up this video. We're getting out to 20 minutes. I know y'all got better stuff to do. Y'all have a great day. As always, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. Bama Mobs out.